Alisson Becker. Alisson Becker, the greatest keeper I've seen in my lifetime at this club. The best keeper in the world, bar none. In this series of individual seasons I am looking at, we've started with Mo Salah, we've started with Gravenberch. This one's going to be about Alisson Becker, and the timing of this is just a coincidence, if I'm honest. I already had a thumbnail ready for Alisson Becker. I already had a stream ready to go for Alisson Becker to speak about his season, speak how great he has been this season. But that PSG game the other night pretty much solidifies my thoughts on him and how important he is for Liverpool and how important he will be going into the future as well. That game the other night against PSG was absolutely world class. Basically, single-handedly won us that game. Because PSG pretty much batters all night. But if it weren't for Alisson Becker, we don't come out of that game at all with any result. We go back to Anfield with a deficit. It's as simple as that. And if anyone ever questions the importance of Alisson Becker, ever questions the ability of Alisson Becker, games like that absolutely shut everything down. And the thing is, it doesn't have games like that usually in terms of being relied on that much. Liverpool usually control games. Liverpool not really the cosh all game like they were against PSG. So Alisson Becker's performances and saves sort of go under the radar quite a lot. But he does this quite often. He makes incredible saves. It might not be 10 a game or 7, 8, 9 a game like he did the other night against PSG. But those 1 or 2 up to 3 or 4 saves he makes in a game are just as important and are just as good. The best one-to-one keeper I've seen in my lifetime. He is the equivalent of having a number 9, say El Nino, slick back hair El Nino, going through one-on-one, and you think you're already celebrating before it's even hit the net. That is the same impact Alisson Becker has as a keeper, just the other way around. I've never been as confident as any player going through one-to-one against us. We've got Alisson Becker in it. I've never been so confident that we can keep them out ever in my life. He is absolutely sensational. You go back to the PSG game the other night, and the whole game sensational, won us the game. But there's been key moments this season that he has won us the points. Yes, getting the goals is so important and need the goals, but there's no point getting the goals and then conceding goals at the other end. Without Alisson Becker, there's some wins that we've got this season, some points that we've got this season, we wouldn't be getting without Alisson Becker in net if we had someone much poorer than Alisson Becker. Alisson Becker is a match winner. He's a match winner. He's always been a match winner at Liverpool. Forget scoring goals. Forget your strikers, your wingers that get the accolades. They get the accolades. They get he's won the game again. Salah's won the game again. Alisson Becker don't get those accolades, but what he does silently and what he does every single game is silently win us points. And he deserves those accolades. Going back to the Newcastle game the other week, 1-on-1, Callum Wilson through. Yeah, he might, if it was Isak, might have been a different story. Isak's a better finisher than Callum Wilson. But again, Alisson Becker, there's no one better out there than in those situations than Alisson Becker. He will win you so many points in those situations. Games where we've gone away and look like, there could be potential drop points. We know we're going to come under the cosh at some point. PSG did it all game. But in certain games, say Bournemouth away, Brentford away, there's those games there where we knew Bournemouth and Brentford's going to have a bit of ball here. They're going to have some chances. But we've got Alisson Becker in net. Those 2 specific games, I'm pulling out there because he had incredible games. Brentford had chances. Bournemouth had chances. Alisson Becker was a big, big part of why we got wins out of those. Very, very important wins. Title-winning wins. That's what they were. Bournemouth and Brentford games were title-winning wins. I myself and others doubted, going there happy with a draw because it's Bournemouth and Brentford away. They're playing absolutely out of game, especially Bournemouth. And we got wins on both of them. Tricky games. But Alisson Becker is a big part of reasoning to get those wins. Nunes got the accolades, rightly so. At Brentford, come on, got the winners. At Bournemouth, the attackers again, getting the winners, getting the goals. Salah scoring as well. But Alisson Becker's saves, they continue to get underlooked. I think overlooked, underappreciated, but as Liverpool fans, I don't think they do. We know what he's doing. We know that he is a big reason why we are top of the league and why we are looking good in Champions League. Well, especially Champions League, we saw the other night against PSG. Look how important this guy is. And he's always had comparisons to everyone else in the world. When they first came, Alisson, clear comparison, both are Brazilian keepers playing for the best two teams in the league. There's always going to be a comparison there. And there was a right comparison there at the beginning. It was. Ederson were playing really well as well. I thought Alisson and Ederson were pretty much on par for quite a little bit. Alisson started sneaking up above him because I think Alisson kept his form, kept his consistency going, and now it's not even a conversation. It's not even a conversation anymore. And again, he's always been compared to Courtois. Courtois, again, sensational keeper. I can see why a lot of people, especially like Real Madrid fans, will say he's the best in the world. We saw how good he was in the Champions League against us in the final. Pretty much what Alisson did the other night against PSG. Single-handedly won Real Madrid that final. But Alisson Becker, for me, I think he's just the most complete keeper. He's the most complete keeper. Good with his feet. His ability, by the way, one thing that does get overlooked, and it did happen the other night again for the goal, his ability to kick the ball out of his hands. We've scored many goals off that. The one most famous goal that we did score was the one over the ball to Salah against Man United at Old Trafford. Which, no, it wasn't Old Trafford, Anfield, wasn't it? We won the game because we won the league that season because of the ball over the top from Alisson Becker. Obviously, his header against West Brom a season after as well. But he did it even out against PSG. Long ball over the top. Saw Nunes running, and Nunes got the ball down, got early at the goal. Those balls are important. So the most complete keeper, good with his feet, good out of his hands, shot stopping, unbelievable. Saw that the other night. 1-to-1 again, 1-on-ones. I've never seen a better keeper 1-on-1 in my life. Good in the air, good from crossing, commands the box, and it's this season. I talked about Gravenberch possibly being the unsung hero, but I don't think he is because he gets much praise as Gravenberch, much praise, and rightly so. He's been sensational this season. But when it's the word unsung, it's like you don't get spoken about, but he have been sensational. And that, for me, does sit with Alisson Becker this season. It really does, because you'll see Virgil van Dijk will get all his praise. Salah will certainly get all his praise. Gravenberch, other players, Trent will get his praise as well. But Alisson Becker is sort of, he quietly has great games, and he won't get the accolades. He got the accolade the other night because it was literally all relied on him. We absolutely got peppered. We very, very, very rarely get peppered like that. So he had to have a game of his life. But he still does bits, and he still wins us points, and he has done all season. Absolutely. So yeah, I let me know in the comments if you think anything different about Alisson Becker. If you think he does get the accolades that he deserves, but I think it's very, very quiet accolades from the media, from fans. He's not normally the player that everyone talks about, but again, he continues this season to be the best keeper in the world, continues to win us points, and he's a big, big reason why we are possibly going to win the Premier League and looking good in Champions League as well. Alisson Becker is a massive reason for that. And if it's talk about Mamardashvili coming in next season, good luck. Good luck with getting the number one spot. We've got to keep Alisson Becker. His contract, has he got 2 years left on his contract? We've got to keep him. We've got to keep him. He's the best keeper in the world. Keepers last till like 40 years old. He's the best keeper in the world, bar none, and he has been again this season. So yeah, Alisson Becker is Liverpool's unsung hero this season. If you want to tell me anything else in the comments, let me know in the comments what you think about Alisson Becker. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys.